I find it difficult to talk about Meeting at the Elders' Circle. Joel P.E. King wrote, produced, and directed the play. King calls his company JPEK CreativeWorks Theater. It appears to be dedicated primarily to plays he has written. I admire his ambition and his abilities. I do think it is almost always a bad idea for a playwright to direct his own work, as King has done here. A slightly detached eye on the play can spot problems and work on fresh approaches to correct them. But that's only part of my problem here. I find it difficult to talk about Meeting at the Elders' Circle because I lack the tools I usually use to discuss a play. The production has given us a program that lists the members of the cast, but does not say what parts they are playing. I have difficulty discussing these characters because I have no names for them. I can tell you the names of the actors, but I can't really discuss their work because I have no way of connecting the work I've seen with the names in the program. So when I say that the small elderly fellow was quite a good comic actor, I hope he and his friends figure out who I am praising. There were, in fact, many quite good performances, some quite excellent, none less than convincing and committed, if sometimes too simplistic, with skill at shaping these comic, even cartoonish figures, broad but still recognizably human beings. I just can't single them out by name for praise. Another problem I have with Meeting at the Elders' Circle is that it takes place in a black church. The play satirizes the petty squabbles, hypocrisies, and personal rivalries that occur in any organization, but that take a particular form in some black churches. It's that form that sharpens the satire and that are a closed book to those not immersed in the culture. In addition, while this production has many accomplished individual comic performances, and the writing can turn a sharply observant or witty phrase, neither the acting, writing, or directing has much success with the anticipatory timing and pacing that make comedy work and that you can see any time on TV sitcoms. The potential, I think, is there. It needs shaping. The play concerns the struggle of a new young pastor in this church, confronted with an older woman accustomed to running things. She's written as and played by a white woman. I don't really understand what that distinction is saying in this play. The congregation soon splits over the question of whether to admit Sister Magdalene Jeffries to membership in the church. As her name suggests, Sister Magdalene bears a tainted reputation. The pastor and her faction argue that the church is exactly the place for such a person to redeem herself, though they strangely do not quote any of Jesus' many pertinent comments on this subject. The other faction fears that Magdalene's reputation will stain the reputation of the church, and that she might lead others to follow her sinful ways. Music, of course, fills the services. Alaric Anderson is the music director. Purple Rain, Supernova, and choreographer Black Pearl are credited as the praise dancers. The uncredited set is simply the chancel of the church, with the nave extending into the audience. Kenny Paris designed the lighting, with often witty costumes by Emma Hersom. Satire of churches and their people is hardly unexplored territory, but King has some elements in Meeting at the Elders' Circle that could be shaped into a fresh and funnier approach to the subject.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. We had the same problems and the same pleasures in the play.
Yeah. Well, let's hear some of that music.